Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be showing you a day/weekend in my life. This was the weekend of Martin Luther King Day, so we had Monday off, or I had half a Monday off, but everyone else usually has a Monday off, so this is our Sunday. We went to church, we came back, and then it was still dark and my son was taking a nap, and so I read this book. This is one of my favorite books ever, and I'm just rereading it. I have already finished it, but have to reread it to just get all the information that I would like. So I did that to center myself after church, and then I also read this as well. I don't do this every Sunday. This was just a time where everything was quiet. My husband was working and my son was sleeping, so it just made sense. And then we decided to play outside after his nap, and so we put him in this tub of water, and he played in there for so long. He loved it just so much, and I just think that it was the cutest thing, and I think little baby feet and baby fingers are just adorable. So there's your dose of the cutest baby ever. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, so that's what we did whenever he woke up, and he played in the water, and yeah, it was just a fun family moment. And so then we went out to our property, and we started staking off where the house is going to be. We did that this past weekend, and so that way we could have everything ready to go for the house. And so yeah, that's what we did. I thought it was really amazing and really fun, and Jace had fun just hanging out, and so that's what we did. And that is how we ended our Sunday. And then the next day, we decided to take him to the park, since we were going to be working some of that day, or at least I was going to be working a half day, so we decided to bring our son to the park before I had to head into the office for a little bit, and we really, really liked it. And then you're joining me in my office right now, where I am trying to grow these potatoes and seeing if I can put them in the ground. Right now I just keep adding water to them. They are growing, but I just feel like they are not doing 1,000% well, but maybe they are, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. I think it'll be very interesting and fun to do. So if you guys want to send up some prayers for my potatoes, that'd be pretty sweet. But anyways, this is one of the things that I wanted to show and talk to you guys about in this vlog, or day in the life, whatever you want to call it, is the new food pyramid. I got a lot of questions on that on my Instagram, and I figured I would answer it here. If you have not seen the food pyramid, you need to. I'm going to keep reiterating that because it is absolutely nuts what they are saying, what is being told to people. This is incorrect. Their thought behind making this is that obesity is what it is, and that's very normal and common and not the person's fault, and all of that. And I just want to mention that 50% of obesity is actually just genetics, but the other 50% is in our hands, and what we eat in our environment and what we have in our environment, in our scope, and in our home. And so since I talk to women, since I help women, since I am a kind of more of a community helper on YouTube whenever it comes to women, I want to say that this is not normal. This is by far the most unrealistic thing we can do for our bodies. Obesity is not the person's fault. However, through the food, we can heal what we have lost. What natural food is, we have completely lost what that is for ourselves and for our bodies, and our bodies thrive off the natural foods that we give it. We have lost what it is to be truly healthy. This is not normal, this is not safe, and this is not okay. We have not lost. Where have we lost ourselves in the journey on being healthy in our lives, and where have we lost just the natural reality of health? We have lost it through listening to the government and through everything else that people have talked about and nutrition gurus and everything like that. We have lost our mind on what it is to be healthy, and we have been fighting it for so long. This is the point that we are currently. And I want to mention that where have we lost our connection with food? Where have we lost the simplicity of what food can be? Where have we lost the realization that our food does not come from the grocery store, but it comes from the earth and it comes from God? Where have we lost our God-given connection to food? Food is something that can heal, fuel, and drive our bodies to something better. And yet we're sitting here letting the government tell us what we need to eat and how we need to eat it and what we need to be doing and how and all of that. And yet we see the destruction of our world with our health. It is not normal to be this unhealthy in the world. It is not normal to feel this uncanny overtiredness and sickness all the time. This is not normal. Bring it back to the basics. Bring it back to what food is and what food can be for you. How do you combat this? What does this mean? Grow your own food. Be mindful and read ingredient labels. Raise your food and make connections with farmers to be able to get the food that you cannot grow or that you cannot do on your own. Invest in sustainability. Invest in having your own machinery to be able to make your own food yourself. Research how food is made. Learn what funding goes where and why they're trying to push the specific food product. Look past what food gurus are saying and what trends are. Natural is always going to be a better option. And then 2, teach your children what health is and immerse yourself in their life and immerse it in your own life. Nutrition is not hard. We have made it hard because we have so many options and we have so many things at our fingertips. Allow it to be simple, natural, and perfect. If you asked this on Instagram as to my thoughts on the food pyramid, I hope that this answered it. And I hope that this gave you some guidance, perspective, and hope for what is happening. And make your children's lunches if they go to school. Be a part of their learning. Be a part of their nutrition. And if you don't know anything about nutrition and you need help and you don't know where to start, just start. You can ask me. I take clients all the time. Or you can look it up yourself. Having your children be a part of your growth with nutrition is so important because they get to see the importance of what your body is and the temple that your body is. God has created you to be an amazing creature. And keeping things natural typically work and typically keep things safe. But sometimes we as humans, our flesh gets in the way. And the flesh tends to overwhelm our heart and in our mind and what we know is right. Take back what God has given you. The brain that God has given you. The heart that God has given you. The love that God has given you. And bring it back into what really it is. And bring back where your food came from. Create a mini farm in the suburbs and allow yourself to be able to see where your food is grown, and it is one of the most rewarding things that you can do. Start making your own sourdough. Start making your own teas. Start growing things and just seeing how it goes. With all the information that we have in this world, use it to your ability. Everyone has a voice now, and share it with the world. Share it with who you have surrounding yourself, which includes your family. Includes your coworkers, includes your friends. Allow them to see the change in you. Allow them to see and be a part of your growth. Talk to farmers. See what they do. See their practices. Talk to them and have a good relationship with them, because that way you can have a good supply of food all of the time, and you don't have to go out to the grocery store all the time. Allow yourself to be immersed in the beauty that it is to have homegrown foods and amazing foods all at your fingertips. So I hope that helped. I hope that was something that encourages you and not makes you discouraged. To know that you have it in your ability to change, and you don't have to listen to the food pyramid for your nutrition, because it's definitely incorrect. So other than that, let's get back into this day in the life vlog situation. Currently, I am talking to clients. I'm getting everything set up. I'm writing things down. I use these little template things now for my daily planning. I also still use that planner, so I will link that video if I can remember, with all of how I use my planner and all of that. I try to keep it very informational in that video, so it does get kind of boring, so if you don't really like it, sorry. It's just jam-packed with all the information that I need to give you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I plan and schedule and talk to clients all day. I am a doula, and so as a birth doula, I've got a lot of clients here. I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to set up for people. And yeah, so I hope that gives you an idea as to what my day looks like, because it's absolutely insane. There's nothing that actually goes always the same, because I am a homemaker, I am a mom, and keeping that flexibility as a working stay-at-home mom is super helpful, and can give you, I don't know, just like a more peaceful day. Because I remember whenever I used to plan everything and not have any sort of flexibility in my schedule and all of that, it was very unpeaceful, because I had so much on my plate that I felt like I just had to keep going and never stop. And then I don't know, ever since I kind of relaxed and allowed my mind to be at peace and just allowed myself to relax, and allowing the flexibility and allowing God to be in part of my day and part of my plan, instead of just creating my own and not letting Him be a part of it, I feel like it really has changed the way that I do things in my life and the way that I plan. And so, I don't know, if you feel overwhelmed, maybe allow God to be a part of your plan. Maybe let God be a part of your planning, of your month, of your day, of your week, and just allow Him to be there, and allow yourself to be flexible whenever you can. And then this is where I was actually writing down what I was wanting to say for the food pyramid. This is exactly what it is right here. And I was researching it because I didn't believe people whenever they were messaging me on Instagram. And this is that day where I got all those messages, and so I decided to look it up for myself. And I found it, and I was like, what? This is insane. So, with that, I decided to start writing. And I wrote down what I was going to say, because I wanted it to make sense. I wanted it to be beneficial and encouraging, but also a warning but encouraging. I don't know if that makes any sense, but somewhere right in the middle, to where you can feel the urge to want to start making your own food and figuring out how to can, and figuring out how to grow your own food, and figuring out how to get in touch with your farmers and really make connections that are local, but also not to be scared, because we should not work out of fear, especially if you're a Christian. You should be working out of love. You should be working out of just a sense of peace, knowing that God is with you, and that's rewarding. And anything that God kind of puts on our plate and puts on our heart to say, I do believe is something that we should encourage others to do, or just encourage ourselves and our family to do. If you have any prayer requests for me to pray for you, either message me on Instagram or leave them in the description box. Or if you don't feel comfortable with leaving them in the description box, I do have an in the description box. Oh my gosh, in the comments. You can leave it in the comments. That would be great. But if you don't feel like it's a good place to put in the comments. Please look at my description box where I have an email where you can email me your prayers. And so if you're interested in that, go check out my description box where I have that available for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. My wedding ring, if you're just listening to it, don't worry about it. But if you're looking at it, look how dirty it is. I just cleaned it the other day, and I'm not kidding, it was gross. I was like, what? How often do you guys clean your wedding rings? Leave it down in the description box for me to know, because I literally never do until I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's nasty. So if you guys have a specific regimen or have any specific ring cleaning tips, let me know. I'm looking for something that's a little bit natural, but I would like to get my ring cleaned and have it on a schedule. So if you guys can help me with that, that'd be great. But other than that, that's basically what I'm doing. Is I'm just writing down this video. I'm planning out the rest of my week because it was Monday and I never had any clients. So again, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I hope this was encouraging information, filled with information, and something that encouraged you. So bye guys.